Let's talk about seasoned rental property investors. So people that are doing lots of rentals. How would you help a client, or let's say, how do you help me? I mean, I'm kind of on the syndicator side now.
You should create what we call a holding company, which is an LLC that actually will own all of those property LLCs. The reason you want to do that is because when you're doing your entity structuring, there's two things that you're worried about. One is what we call an inside attack, meaning something happens to that property. We want to make sure that we have an LLC that limits your exposure to whatever's inside that LLC. The other thing that most people forget about is, well, what happens if something happens to me unrelated to my property? I get into a car accident. I get into a business dispute. I get sued for some other reason, and now there's a judgment against Cam, personally, for $1 million. Now the question is going to be like, hey, what does Cam own that I can go and attach and collect on my $1 million judgment? And so at that point, you want to be able to say, hey, I don't own the properties, but I own an LLC. Well, depending on what state the LLC is in may determine whether you're going to be successful or not in fighting off the claim. So you always want to have an LLC in that case in a state that has the best asset protection laws around.